What's going on, guys? Coach Jose here. I know it's been a while. I've been out of pocket for a while. It's been a crazy 2 weeks, but I'm back. And figured I'd start off with kind of leading off of where we left off, which is the 10,000 step challenge. And a lot of you guys are probably going, well, damn, coach, you do workout videos. You work out all the time. Why not do post on workouts? Why not do post on exercise? And the fact of the matter is that, I may be wrong, but what I'm looking at is about 90% of us that are in this group are facing challenges when it comes down to weight loss. We all want to lose weight. I myself included was in that position. You guys saw my before and afters. And a lot of us always want to lose weight in unwanted areas. We want to look better. We want to look leaner. And how do we do this? And well, that's what we're going to discuss today. The number one thing we're not doing enough of. And yeah, I know I want to be known as a guy that talks about all these great badass workouts and whatnot. But the truth of the matter is, it's not. That's not it. And over the years of studying and researching and learning from some of the best in the field, it all comes back around to what we're going to discuss today. We all know it's a simple fact that if you want to lose weight, you need to be in a caloric deficit, which means you need to eat less calories than what you need to stay alive and to be active. And we all know that if you want to put on muscle, you have to eat in a caloric surplus, which means you've got to eat more calories than what you need to stay alive. So let's start off with that. What does that mean? Total daily energy expenditure. Total daily energy expenditure is the amount of calories you need just to function throughout the day. And if I eat these many calories, then I am going to continue remaining the same. I won't gain weight, nor will I lose weight as long as I stay within that caloric range. So if you look on my screen, I pulled up TDEE calculator. You guys can do this on your own. This is no secret, okay? Total daily energy expenditure calculator, but you also have to be real with the answers, okay? And this is what I did. I am a 42-year-old male, okay? 198 pounds, run about 198 to 201 is where I'm ranging. I'm 6 feet tall, and I do moderate exercise. Like, what, really? Moderate exercise? Yes, I train once a day. My exercise is one time a day, up to 4, maybe 5 times a week. And that's considered moderate. When you look at heavy exercise, you're talking about 6 to 7 days a week. And when you're looking at an athlete, okay, right down here, you're talking about twice a day, 4 to 5 times a week. That's none of us there. This is a pro athlete, somebody who's doing it for a career. This is very few of us. This is somebody who's in a very competitive range. Maybe somebody young. Maybe you're doing 2 workouts a day, 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe you're doing 7 days a week of a boot camp, of CrossFit, of whatever it is. Okay, but this is where I'm at. Okay, so based off of my stats and my body fat percentage, which I got from the InBody, I have to consume 3,220 calories to maintain the active lifestyle I have. And what does that consist of? 45 minutes of training, resistance training with weights, nothing with high intensity movement, and also doing about anywhere from 12,000 to 15,000 steps a day. Okay, that's my moderate activity. Okay, so 3,200 calories. Well, I already know how many calories I need to do, but we know that I need to be in a deficit, and we don't have to go into that how much I need to eat for a deficit. It's going to be different for different people. But what I really want to discuss is let's figure out how many of those calories are being burned if I exercise daily, how many of those calories are being burned just from walking, and how many calories of those calories are going to be burned from just being alive. Because believe it or not, me just sitting here, and if I did nothing and just sat still, my body is still burning calories. And that's what I think a lot of people miss, is what activity and what bodily function actually burns the most calories and gives me a better bang for my buck. So let's take a look at this chart. One of my favorite charts to look at, the percentage of total daily energy expenditure, which is TDEE, from 0% all the way to 100% of the calories you consume. And for this moment, we're gonna kind of base it off of 3,228 calories. What I had. Okay, BMR is basic metabolic rate. Basic metabolic rate can be measured through the InBody, which is impedance scan, a DEXA scan. Where you're measured underwater for total fat loss. This can all give you your BMR. Breathing BMR machines can also do that. But BMR pretty much is what your body does just to stay alive, which is organ function, your heart beating, your lungs working, everything from your cells moving. So all of these things are what your BMR is. Okay, keeps your body alive. And again, if I just sat there and stood still, that is my basic metabolic rate. That accounts for 70% of the calories you consume and 70% of the calories from your total daily energy expenditure. So if I only consumed 1,000 calories, 700 of those calories are already going to be burned just for me staying alive. So I'm going to hate to break the news to you. Your little watches that say 800 calories is bullshit. Okay? It's just a feel-good number to make you think you did a lot of work. And there's no algorithm to prove how many calories you burned in an exercise. The only way to know whether you're in a fat-burning state is to wear a heart rate chest strap monitor. That's a different topic for a different day. All right. So don't rely on your Apple Watch to tell you how many calories you burn in on an exercise. Don't rely on your Garmin. Don't rely on your Fitbit, because those are all bullshit numbers and they all give you a different reading. Hate me if you like, but science doesn't lie. Okay? And it's been proven time and time again. All right. Now, 70% BMR. NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is what I'm doing now, moving. All right? Speaking, standing up, walking. All your everyday movement that you do on a regular basis accounts for the other 15%. Okay? And if you notice this is like the second largest amount of calories that is going to be burned. Okay? Because you don't sit around and exercise all day long. So there's no reason exercise accounts for the majority of your calories. Now, TEF, thermogenesis effect of food. Just think of this as consuming food, digesting food. This accounts for 10% of the calories that you consume, or 10% of your total daily energy expenditure. Now, this top one, the smallest one of them all, you look, it accounts for about 5% of the calories you consume or your total daily energy expenditure. That is going to be your exercise activity thermogenesis. This is your workout, your 1 hour workout. It only accounts for 5%. 5% of the calories you consume or of your total daily energy expenditure. Only 5%. It doesn't account for 50, for 60. It doesn't matter how many times a day you work out. So what I'm going to focus on right now is the NEAT. Remember our step challenge? Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is what I was trying to do, is give you that free money. That, hey, the less you stay sedentary, sitting still, and the more active you are, the better chances you have of dropping weight, reducing weight, getting leaner. All right, believe it or not, that's what's going to help. Now, took my numbers, okay? So for me, my total daily energy expenditure was 3,220 calories. Total calories I spent for the day based off of the Apple Watch saying, hey, here's how many calories you burned all day long from standing, from walking, and your exercise. And again, these are estimates. But just to kind of give you an idea of, well, how many calories did you actually burn from each one? So I exercise for 45 minutes a day. So for the one day that I measure this, 3,685 calories is what I burned for the day, which means I burned more than what I needed, okay? My exercise only accounted for, on this one, Apple says, hey, you burned 374 calories. And here's what I'm going to tell you is bullshit, because Apple says you burn 374 calories on your weightlifting day. All right? Here's how I'm going to prove that it's not accurate. Your resting energy expenditure, which is your BMR, okay, out of the 3,600 calories I burned all day, 2,500 of those calories were already spoken for in regards to me staying alive. They're accounted for. I burned 2,500 calories just to stay alive. Just think about that for a minute. Just to stay alive, my body has to burn 2,500 calories. That's my BMR. Okay. So, what about the non-resting energy? What about the energy you expend moving, eating, digesting food and exercising? Well, remember the percentages we gave you? My exercise activity was 5% of that. So in all actuality, out of all the calories I expended for the day, 5% of that was actually exercise, which is moderate intensity. It only accounts for 184 calories, not 374 calories. It only accounts for 184 calories. Now, the food consumption and digestion accounts for more because we eat more food on a regular basis than we work out. Okay, believe it or not, our body does more work digesting food, chewing food, and consuming food than it does working out with an elevated heart rate. 10% of that is 368 of my calories were through food consumption and digesting. Okay, so I actually burn more calories eating food and digesting food. 15%, my non-exercise activity, my standing up, my walking. Here's why I'm a big advocate of taking steps. And I really wasn't until these past 18 months that I realized how much of an impact it truly has. A lot more important than the exercise. And it's one of the biggest things I really encourage my clients to do when I'm working with them one-on-one is take steps and move. This 15% accounts for 553 of my calories. That's if I get up and move. This is when I took about 20,000 steps. 20,000 steps accounted for about 553 of my calories. 20,000 steps. A lot of us aren't walking, but maybe 4,000 steps. So this is the free money I'm talking about that you're leaving sitting on the table. If you want that free money, that free weight loss, you have to make it up in movement. Meaning, don't eat more. Maybe eat the same that you're eating, but you have to move more. And movement isn't exercise. It isn't high intensity exercise. And again, that's another topic of how high intensity exercise is actually killing your success for weight loss rather than helping it. All right. So 20,000 steps, 10,000 or more steps a day. I'm actually accumulating and grabbing that free money. It's the easiest way to burn calories to get more bang for my buck when I'm looking at getting as lean as possible, which is the mission I have been on for the past 6 to 8 weeks, is going how lean can I get in this amount of time utilizing steps and minimal exercise. And that's what I've been doing. And that's where I've been grabbing my free money from. There's been a study, and I'm going to put that on the post, where they took a measurement of two groups. They both sat for over 14 hours. One group sat for over 14 hours. The other one group stayed active, normal lifestyle, but they both worked out for an hour. Same workout, same routine. They both worked out for the hour. There's benefits to a workout with hormonal levels, with serotonin levels, with how you feel and your mood. There's benefits to the workout that your body has. But the group that sat for 14 hours did not experience those benefits, and metabolically, their body did not respond to that hour workout. It actually became resistant to that hour workout, where the individuals who moved on a regular basis and did their hour workout saw better benefits from that hour workout. So moving less and trying to work out and make up for not moving, sitting behind a desk all day, you actually become resistant to that 1 hour of workout and the hormonal response and the effects metabolically that your body is supposed to have when you're not moving as much compared to moving around, playing with your kids, going out for a walk. Just something to think about, guys. A little long, but I want you to understand how important that free money is. Okay, I want you to understand how important it is just to get up and move, and hitting multiple workouts a day and not reaching your goal. You can't sustain 3 or 4 workouts a day for the rest of your life. You just can't. It's just not sustainable, and you're going to burn yourself out and reach adrenal fatigue. You're better off just going off for a walk. If you have time for another workout, you have time for about another 5,000 steps. It's a 30-minute walk. Think about that. Guys, it's good to be back. I'm going to be putting more stuff out there for you guys. Allison and I are working on answering these questions and putting videos out. Stay posted. Stay in tune, guys. Post any comments, any questions you have in the comments. Again, guys, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you guys understand and reach your goals completely. All right, into the next one.